The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
What's up? Just Sports with Sonny Wells. I'm back in the house. What's up, fellas?
What's up, Sonny? Welcome back.
Man.
Welcome back to your show.
Man, we thought maybe we had to give you a new contract, bro.
Man, the season is over.
Over.
And 2 and put a number behind it, and that's what we did.
Okay.
Wow. Well, shout out, first of all, shout out to Sun Lady.
Sun Lady.
Yeah, shout out to Smitty, of course.
Smitty.
So Vince a shout out, of course.
Vince. Vince might be knocking on the door in a minute.
Notorious for being late. So.
Hey, you know what? Tuesday night I had a chance to take a look at Chino Hills.
Whoa.
Right.
The truth.
Right. Yeah. We got a chance to check him out.
The truth.
Yeah. That youngster looked too. Man, look. Why didn't Inglewood totally exploit that freshman on Chino Hills squad? Why didn't they just go at him every single time? He scored a lot of points for a freshman, man.
Yes, he did. You know
what are they doing?
But remember, you called me.
Yeah.
And I was inside.
Right.
And, the refs hadn't gotten there yet, and they were warming up.
Okay.
So they tried to put on a little dunk show.
Sure. Right.
All of them had hops.
Yeah.
But the main thing that I noticed is the way they moved. They had tremendous core strength.
Yeah.
Their strength.
Crisp.
Yeah.
You're very
Their
crisp.
strength and conditioning coach, phenomenal. Yeah. All of them could move. And when they set up that press, that man-to-man zone press.
That's basically what it was.
Yeah. And you could see the way they moved towards you. They would bait you into that right over the side and then double trap you. Double team you. And then they set the trap, and then you try and throw the ball along, the guy's just picking it off and they're going down, dunking it, laying up.
And what I don't understand, number one, in terms of breaking that press, why didn't they break that press up the middle as opposed to getting baited on the sides, getting trapped to the sidelines almost like an extra defender?
Well,
you know what I mean?
They baited you into that because it didn't look like there was going to be a trap. It never looked like there was going to be a trap. It looked like it was safe over there.
Right. And then all of a sudden,
here they come.
Right.
Boom. Mm-hmm. And then when they tried to throw it out of that, here comes the guy to pick it off, and they go down and they start dunking.
And another thing that killed Inglewood was the fact that they would throw those length of the court passes, Sonny.
Yeah, that was.
I'm saying, man, what are they doing? I'm like, Inglewood, you got to get back. You can't get back 60 feet, man. You got to get back all the way back under the basket.
Somebody always needed to stay back.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
So they were leaking out all the time.
They were definitely leaking out.
Well, see, that's the beauty of that team. They know each other so well.
Yeah, that's
They've been playing together,
forever.
Yeah.
Since they was.
Yeah.
And they don't come out the game.
Yeah, right. Well, they came out with about 4 minutes left in the game. He went ahead and pulled up, and they had one brother that he popped in. That should have been a starter. I mean, who was in there for Chino Hills?
All of them had skills, but they got the four, the three brothers and the cousin.
The cousin's nice too.
Yeah, and then they got
the cousin is real.
You see
nice.
the 6? I didn't know they had a 6'9" guy. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
Now here's the strategy. This is what they should have done. Go right if they could if you get past the press, go right at the big man.
Right.
The big man was covering the basket, and that's why when they got to the rim, their shots were altered.
Yeah.
And they weren't able to finish the way they normally do.
Right.
Because that big guy's there.
And having said that, Inglewood had a couple of players who had nice games. The point guard had a nice game. He was in some nice threes, and then in addition to that, you had a big man down low who hit some medium range jump shots, and he was crashing the boards. Blocking shots for Inglewood. But all in all, I was definitely very impressed by Chino Hills. And speaking of Chino Hills, they're playing Mater Dei right now.
They're going to kill Mater Dei.
And also, Doc's son is going to Dorsey, and Dorsey's playing Westchester right now. And then
I thought that was tomorrow. That's tonight?
I believe that's tonight. Is it tonight?
At the Roybal Center. I thought it was tomorrow at the Roybal.
I think it's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I asked him. He said, yeah, they still in it.
Yeah, right.
But he didn't tell me if they was playing or not.
It might, you know what, maybe.
Because I'm going to the Roy Ball tomorrow.
Well, maybe it is tomorrow then. Well, maybe that's my fault then.
And
maybe
the biggest one was tonight, and I was going to go out there.
No.
That Chino squad, I don't see anyone.
I don't see it either.
I don't see it. And that team.
However, Big D, in the past, you've had some teams that seem like.
Yeah, but this team have been all over.
This is an exceptional team.
They've been all over the United States. These kids exception, man. They'd have been all over the United States and whooped everybody and came back home.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So.
But any team can get beaten. Any team.
Yeah, but I don't see this team, man.
Team, I don't see.
I've never seen them play, but I've just been from watching them in the sense of on television and seeing what they do to other teams in other parts of the country.
And we finally got a chance to see them. You know, that's the first time I got a chance to see them, and they certainly could have beat Inglewood. Inglewood had to play a perfect game, and they still probably lost by 30. You know what I mean?
Well, they lost by 34. But here's the strategy. Here's what I didn't like. Pat Roy did not develop a strategy during the game. Did not develop a strategy to be able to make any type of changes.
Yeah.
The main thing was, first of all, to go after that big guy. He's a freshman.
Right.
He's jumping for anything.
Right.
You 2-foot plant, pump fake.
Yeah.
He's going to get you.
Yeah.
Sit him down. Mm-hmm. At that point, everyone else has to step up defensively, and then that's when you start getting them in foul trouble.
Yeah.
You had to get them in foul trouble.
Yeah, well, that's about to.
But did Inglewood coach call timeouts to stop their run? Because you let Chino get on a run.
I don't know if he uses timeouts as wise as he could have.
Yeah, he probably could have. Should have used.
Yeah.
Got it. With a team like that, you got to stem their tide when they go on the runs.
Well, here's what happened.
You let them run, you done.
The first Inglewood scored the first 5 points of the game, and the one guy who's going, one guy's going to UCLA came down, and it looked like this cat pulled from the scorer's table.
Oh yeah, they were pulling deep.
But look, it was an air ball, so I'm like, oh man, these dudes, they ain't all that. They're not going, Then he came down again, and old boy put a little D on him, and then he tried to go inside, put a little D on him. So they had stopped him they stopped him 3 times in a row during the first exchanges of the game. So I was like, wow, maybe they're really up for this. Maybe they're going to really get some work in here. This is going to be an exciting game. Then he came down, and, there's an area between the half-court line and the hash mark where the defender starts to defending.
Yeah.
Man, he pulled from there.
Oh, yeah. And go ahead.
And hit all net.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was...
and not only that, they would take it to the hole. They had excellent outside shooters. Most importantly, they were throwing the pressure on, and their passes were so crisp. They were so right. I mean, as a basketball player, you love it when you have players who know your strong suits, who know when you like to get the ball, there's the sweet spots, and they seem like they could just do it like clockwork, time and time again. I mean, probably the best passing high school that I've
definitely.
The
way they position themselves on the floor. Once again, they've been playing probably since it looks like since 6th, 7th grade. Through grade school, and then through high school and travel ball and all of that.
And those 3 older balls, man, are very athletic, man. I'm talking about Lonzo, man. I mean, he had hops like.
They all had hops. And before the referees got there, we were sitting in there when you called me on the phone.
Yeah.
And they were putting on a dunk contest.
Well, they put on a dunk contest in the game. You know what I'm saying?
They really put one on. At the beginning of the 4th period, I was over at the snack stand, and next thing I know, they was...
Right, exactly. Yeah. They start really putting it on, right?
I said, it's time for me to go. This is embarrassing.
And not only that, man, it looked like the entire community came out. Certainly, it was so packed, man. The fire marshal was talking about if we try to squeeze any more in, we might get the game
Butch
down.
was there, too. Mayor Butch was there.
Raveling.
George Raveling was there. From Nike,
The house.
It was a star-studded event.
You can
everybody who was somebody in the basketball community was there,
except for
including myself.
Right, I thought Paul Pierce
with my losing ass.
I thought Paul Pierce was going to try to come through, but I didn't see him.
You know what? They didn't play. They if he was around, he probably should have came through.
Yeah, well, I know they played the night before. Against I forgot who they played, but they played the night before.
So they were off. They were off.
Yeah, I think they were off. Yeah, they were off, and they were playing at home too. So I don't know. Maybe you might have crept through there, maybe not. But at any rate, it was certainly jam-packed, and it definitely reminded you of the old days when Inglewood would pack the house, man.
Yeah.
It was definitely something. See, I called Doc. Doc didn't get a chance to make it, but I definitely gave him the 411 on the ball. But the main one I was concerned about was the point guard to see whether he was legitimate or not.
And he came down.
He was definitely legitimate, man.
Man, he came down and walked the ball up the court and just pulled.
And some of those moves he put on, too. Yeah, and some of the moves he put on, you could tell he wasn't even trying to go to the hole to score.
No, he was just making space to shoot.
And not only that, but to dish it off to his teammates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those crisp passes, man, he drawing 2-3 defenders.
You know, they were fundamentally sound.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Then they added a few tricks in there.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't see nobody can beat these kids.
What about at the beginning of the third quarter, man? When you know the momentum tide, you definitely need to on your side. They came out the locker room with a slam dunk. Slam dunk the
that was
ball.
Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Coming from the youngster, from the top of the guy, I said, man, that was a perfect play. And
they've done those things. They've done it so many times. Mm-hmm. They're familiar with each other.
And that was said that Inglewood had some players who played, like I said, the big man from Inglewood, I know he's probably going D1 somewhere. And that point guard from Inglewood was definitely hitting a lot of threes. You got to give him credit.
Now the little dude, Gomez.
The point guard, yeah.
Gomez finally.
You know what I'm saying? He finally started coming.
He looked better last year. We played him when I was coaching at Lawndale.
He looked better last year?
Oh, yeah. He tore our ass.
Well, shoot, he must have scored probably at least in the high 20s or in the 30s.
He had 30 on us last year.
Yeah, he must have at least probably had 30 on Chino Hills.
He was, but
how he scored, it was like, right. They were still down by 30.
Yeah, he didn't even start.
He was able to pull up his 30,
the one guy that started in front of him, I'm cutting his hair, and he said, like, man, I came from football and took Gomez's spot. But Gomez hadn't been doing anything. Yeah. I don't know, what was going on with him, but he came along a little bit, in the game.
Right.
But last year, man, that guy he did everything.
Wow. Well, that's
and he was incredible.
That's something. Okay, go ahead.
He looked like one of the guys from Chino Hills last year.
Man. Yeah. I mean,
you step off of him, he rose and hit the three.
Yeah. They were shooting some deep. They were shooting some deep threes. Even like I said, I'm like, man, how you going? Man, the youngster might have scored 20 points. Yeah. I'm talking about. Looked like he was like in 6th grade out there.
Then the thing about that team was when you got to the gym and you watched them. The only thing that stood out to me was the way that they moved, because you could tell they were strong. They had good core.
Yeah, and they were definitely a poised team. You could just look at them and just tell they were for real.
They're high schoolers.
A team like that, to me, crucial is how they warm up. They
was warming up. And fundamentally sound. Left side, left dribble, left layup, right side, right dribble, right layup, two-hand chest pass.
Right.
No slinging the ball.
Right.
And
but
none of that.
They could do that off of the fundamentals. Like,
they
were definitely between the legs, behind the back, but you could all tell that it was definitely. It was off the fun. They were very fun when they did it when they had to do it.
Yeah.
And they had some shake and bake, too. I mean, again, I got to say, man, that's the best team I've seen on the high school level.
Ever in my life.
You got to rival some of them Bourbon Day squads.
Bourbon Day, Crenshaw, maybe.
Demo, really demo, some of the 60s demos, back when your brother was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my brother was at
some of them squads.
Well, let's keep it present day. Present day, this is the best team.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, they're very good. They lived up to the hype.
Actually, they did.
Yeah,
and they said that none of them come out, and they didn't. Those guys are in tremendous shape. They didn't even sweat.
Yeah, them guys are definitely.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, but I was definitely impressed with the poise that they had, man. It could definitely tell that those cats are for real.
Okay, well, let's pause and take a break real quick. We'll be right back. Just Sports with Sonny Wells.
Sounds good.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. a complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hairstyling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
And we're back to Sports with Sonny Wells. We were talking about the best high school basketball team in the country. You know, they're nationally ranked now. They are the best.
They are the best
in the country.
Right. But again, having said that, stranger things have happened. They still have to prove it on the court. They're doing that right now. We don't foresee them losing, but you never know. That's why they play the game.
Well,
switching gears.
Go ahead.
Switching gears right quick. But yeah, I want to get your opinion on the. I know they have the NFL combine going on as we speak, and they were just talking about one of Evan's teammates, Goff, and about how he's.
Well, Goff, they start tomorrow. The quarterbacks tomorrow. The linemen and running backs was today. Glasgow, the running back from Cal, he had a good. So far, he had a good combine. He ran a 4.47. Bench press 23.
225.
225.23, which to me is a joke. That's a real joke.
Yeah.
And his broad jump was the third best.
Okay.
And so I'm glad for Glasgow.
Yeah.
Because he really gave it all for those 4 years at that school.
Right.
And he had a good showing in an all-star game. So for him to get invited, I'm glad to see that. So far.
Also heard of Miles Jack looked pretty good too.
Miles Jack looked.
From UCLA.
Yeah.
They say he looked solid.
Well, hold on. No, Miles Jack haven't been there yet.
No, Miles Jack.
He went as a running back?
Oh, a running back, linebacker.
Linebacker's not in yet, though.
No, but I'm talking about in terms of what they do the measurables, and they, when they talk to the coaches and the scouts, and then look.
Well, I don't know what happened, but to me, my hat's off to them guys going through that combine, because the stupid questions that they ask you. I don't know if I know you're job interviewing, but come on, it's amazing.
Hey, look, they were talking in the barbershop, and they were saying that some of that combine stuff is a bunch of BS.
Well, I agree. And one thing that I think is a BS is that weightlifting. Yeah, I don't. To me, just because a guy can throw a 225 25 times, that don't show me that he's his strength. Because it's how you throw at them that 225. So plus I don't know. I just think that's ridiculous.
What do you think about this though? They're talking about Goff has small hands, and it's going to.
Goff has small hands.
That's going to be a problem.
That will be a problem, because they number one, that's no secret. Once the defense find that out, they're going for that ball. You got to.
Yeah.
Okay, because he can't hold it.
Yeah.
And then they did the quarterback from Memphis. Man, that boy hands is
that's right here. Yeah, right.
Cover the whole ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's crucial. Hand side is crucial, especially for a quarterback.
What about Drew Brees? Didn't he have like kind of small?
And Drew Brees have tendency of knocking it out of his hands too. It is crucial.
Okay,
because you can grab that ball.
Yeah.
And you get better control with it, and it's not that difficult because they can go for it and try to knock out your hands. And plus the fact the under the center snap is an issue too. If your hands are small, the tendency of not controlling the snap from the center. So that can be an issue with Goff. I'm interested to see tomorrow how he throw.
Okay.
Because I know he can make the throws, but how much velocity, especially on those deep outs, that he's going to have
with the small hands.
With the small hands, that to me that's an issue.
Now, is he going to throw to his receiver? Is he going to be able to bring in his receivers?
No, pro day.
No, I thought some of them actually able to.
No, you're not able to do that. You only can. The only players can be at the combine are those who receive an invitation to come. If you don't have no invitation, you can't come.
Gotcha. Okay.
You want to throw your own guys? Yes, at your pro day.
Gotcha.
So you got to throw at what's here.
Was there? Right.
One of his guys may be there. May got receive an invitation. I don't know. I haven't talked to my son, so I don't know who received an invitation. But I know Glasgow did and Goff.
Right.
Now one of the receivers might have got an invitation. Don't know.
Right. Okay, sounds good. And you have something in your hand there, Big D. Why don't you explain to us what
used to
that
be
is, man?
long time ago, my moneymaker, this baseball, official Major League Baseball.
Training camp is open. Now. Right. Mm-hmm.
Still don't understand what these Dodgers are doing. They signing these pitchers of 41 and 39 years of age. I'm like, really?
Some people say that the Dodgers, the new skipper for the Dodgers is too soft, meaning that you're going to have players like Yasiel Puig and some of the rest of them running all over him. Is he going to be man enough to tell certain players, hey, you know what, you're going to have to sit it out today?
Well, see, that's the thing.
I mean, that's what I
number one, used to play ball, I hate a manager that smiles a lot and yeah, right. I just don't. It bothers me. A manager that smiles all the time. Oh, how you doing there? Yeah, I'm fine, man. And ball players really don't like a manager that's Mr. PR. Okay, and it just doesn't go well. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, the Dodgers should have considered that before they brought him in. Now you know what you have in your hand there. That's an official baseball. That's
official Major League Baseball.
Official Major League Baseball.
Official Raleigh's Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
and man, holding this
from Reggie Smith. He has a camp. He's like an instructor now, but the great Reggie Smith used to play for the Dodgers and the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox.
Right.
Yeah, that's
right. This brings back memories. Oh my God.
Yeah. And which position did you play when you played at Fullerton?
When I at Fullerton, first base, and then me and Augie couldn't get along.
Okay. First base was the spot.
Yeah, first base. Yeah, Augie, who was the coach at Texas. I seen Texas play at UNLV last weekend. All kind of bad memories came back.
Oh, wow.
But it's cool. I understood 1974. I understood exactly where he was coming from, and that was good. So.
Right. But you played at Jeff as well.
Jeff.
You played at Jeff as well, the varsity squad. So, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, well, we got as much as we can catch over you fellas. Can we talk a little bit about the Lakers, their situation? Are the Golden State Warriors going to keep up the torrid pace?
Hey, so the lady says Scott and Jenny Buss ain't talking.
Yeah, that's what wow.
In fairness,
you know what that means? It's like the door is opening.
The door's already open.
In fairness to Byron Scott, and I'm not a Byron Scott guy. I have to admire the man who has stuck to his guns. He have not changed his coaching philosophy with that team, right. And I have to admire that. Okay, I know he's playing hardball with him. I know he's doing this tough love thing and this discipline and everything. But and when you look at it, the whole picture of the Lakers and Byron Scott situation, he really was dealt a bad deal with Kobe, and this little tour. It's a bad deal.
What about making adjustments to the team and to the personnel that you?
Well, there is. I'm sticking with him. I kind of understand it. I understand it now, and I have to stay with it. I know you're saying no, but I'm the last person that would say that I'm kind of in Byron's corner.
Right, but do you understand last in the Western Conference and the second worst team in the entire NBA?
Well, you don't have to
chime in on that, Sonny.
Well, you have no personnel.
The thing about it.
Come on, you have no players. All right, come on. Who you have?
We're talking about a team.
It's his team
that has been great for so long, and they've been up at the top. So
you guys still hanging on that.
But wait, listen. You got to let me finish. When you're at the top, there's nowhere to go but down.
They haven't been down the last 3 years?
Well, that's what I'm alluding to. Yeah, they're down, and they're going to be down for a while before they can come back up. Now, I think they're grooming Luke Walton to get in there. Then they're going to put some pieces around and make him look good. That's what I think is going to happen.
But Luke Walton might be coveted around the country. I mean, New York, I'm sure they're looking at him. And there's more than a handful of teams that would love to have his services, don't you think?
Yeah, but, he kind of fits more possibly in L.A., and then, they've got money to go out and get a couple of big-time people. Excuse me, who's, midway career. They can come over and really get that rebuild going, because right now, oh, man. Was it 2 years? Scott's 2 years in?
Yeah. He's 2 years in.
So they'll probably give him one more.
Well, they have to.
They'll probably give him one more.
You have to. You can't change Barry. Okay.
Well, why not, Big
Due
G?
to the fact. Okay, now see.
I'm asking.
But I know where
he
you're
changing
going.
up?
I know.
Is he changing up?
I know where he's going. I know where he's going. I know where he's going. I'm trying not to go there.
Right.
Okay, I know where you're going.
Okay.
But just hold tight.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, I really believe. I think Kobe deserved this little whatever.
Farewell tour.
Yeah, he's going on, but
Bye-bye.
it really has handcuffed that team. It
No
really
question.
has. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
And his horrific shooting has handcuffed that team too.
Check this out. Now, there was one game, I can't remember.
You just had
Hey,
to put it in.
I can't remember who they were playing.
Doesn't matter. Probably
doesn't matter.
3 for
They
4.
brought him in, and this was his chance to correct things,
Right. That he screwed up.
and he screwed up. Look, they brought him in. He hit like
Who had a chance to
3 or
correct
4.
things?
Kobe.
Kobe.
Check it out. They brought him in. He hit 3 or 4 shots in a row. They tied it up. And instead of him doing like Mike did, draw the double team and then kick it out to somebody, he's trying to shoot over 4 or 5 people. I was like,
That's
you
Kobe Bryant.
idiot.
That's Kobe Bryant.
That's Kobe Bryant.
That's vintage Kobe.
That's vintage
That's
Kobe
your
right
Black Mamba.
You know, you
That's
Give you
your
that
Black
one.
Mamba.
That's vintage Kobe.
That's your Black Mamba.
Kobe is going to do that.
I don't believe
look,
this.
Look who has the worst field goal percentage in this year for starting players. I don't even need to mention his name. Who's missed more shots than anyone in NBA history? I'm going to stop right there because I can do 3 shows on our horrible.
I know. We don't have enough time for all that.
Exactly. Right.
Ridiculous, man.
Let's switch gears to the Clippers then. Is the bubble going to burst to the Clippers? I mean, do you really see the effect of Blake Griffin sitting out all those games, putting tremendous, Chris Paul playing more minutes than he?
I have
Did he
to
probably-
question Blake Griffin's mental stability. And the reason I say that is because someone who goes off like that, that's usually attributed to steroid use.
Steroid use. Wow.
I'm a rod.
Yeah, you
rod
wasn't
rage.
expecting that. You wasn't expecting that, were
Rod
you?
rage.
Yeah, roid rage. Exactly.
Wow.
What was it, the equipment manager?
Assistant trainer. Yeah.
Whatever.
Somebody that
House
you
guy.
deal with all the time?
Well, it's supposed to be one of his best friends.
There it is. When you go off, people usually go off on the person who's closest to them.
Yeah, he's certainly close.
And so he done slapped the shit out of him, excuse my cussing, and jacked his hand up.
And that's
Now,
really hurt
so
the
what happened to that dude's face? Did they ever show his face?
Oh, actually, I didn't see.
They kissing cousin now. They kissing buddies right now.
I see. Right. Whoa.
But
If you broke your hand on somebody's face, so something wrong with that guy's face.
Well, there's no question there's something wrong with his face.
They never did show the face, did they?
I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't been looking for it. I think the whole thing is
I
stupid.
think it's roid rage.
I don't mean to
Of course, I could be wrong, but
But it's crippling the team, no matter how.
But it's 2 things Doc has to do. Understand with this team. One, that window is closing. I said at the beginning of the season.
You did.
That window is closing.
Right.
Doc has to make a decision. And personally, and this is my belief, Golden State Warriors, barring any major disaster for his injury or anything occurring to that team, you can print the trophy up now and give it to him.
I don't know about that.
whoa. I think the
saying
Clippers are the
I won't
ones
go
that
with
can
that,
be
Big
Clippers
thrown
are
them.
not.
Clippers don't have any inside presence, though.
The Clippers are not.
I don't
Okay,
see the
because
inside
number
You
one.
don't think they can do it?
Okay, number one. I'm not drinking Curry's Kool-Aid. Okay, because no, I'm not. Okay, because the team, it's a good team. They doing good. Okay, and I just don't see anyone can match up with them. I really don't.
But what about the inside presence? They really don't have an inside presence that I feel comfortable with.
Yeah, but everybody gonna
Oh.
drink Curry's Kool-Aid in the playoffs and gonna want to shoot those threes. That's your mistake. Okay, unless
That's
a
what he
mistake.
does. He's very
That's a
good at it.
He's very good at it. I'm just saying.
What Doc is saying is that other teams are going to try to keep up with him.
Yeah,
They're
and
gonna
then
fall short.
Yeah, you just
gonna still-
fall
What's that
into
little Mexican cat that tried to keep up with him and ended up dehydrated?
Oh, you talking about the dude
Last
from
year.
Cleveland? Yeah, from Cleveland.
yeah.
Right.
He got used tonight against.
But I think if Cleveland has a semi-healthy squad, I mean, I'm talking about with their star players.
Oh, that
That
game's
might
tomorrow, isn't it?
You know what? I thought that was
Thunder
I thought it was Thunder and the Warriors.
Is it Thunder and the Warriors?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thunder and the Warriors.
And that's at OKC.
Okay.
But I saw OKC play New Orleans last night. OKC, this team, you just can't, like you said, the only team that can beat them, but can't, okay, is San Antonio. This is why. San Antonio can play good team defense.
Right.
Okay. San Antonio got great inside presence.
On the offensive end, absolutely.
On the offensive end.
Right.
Okay. In the defensive end, they got the inside presence.
Exactly.
But San Antonio problem is this. You have to have, if you can't match them, have to have some consistency in shooting your three. And have an inside game, a two-point game. And San Antonio, if San Antonio can match them 2 to 3 and win, which is impossible, like 1 + 1 is 4, it's not going to happen. But San Antonio is the only team have the team components to perhaps beat them. But San Antonio has such inconsistency on the perimeter, they can't do it.
Okay, I hear what you said. What about Cleveland? You think Cleveland's gonna do some damage, and are they gonna pick up Johnson from Brooklyn to help out their squad?
Johnson will go to Miami.
Is it a done deal?
Not done deal, but Miami.
Yeah. I like Cleveland. They're healthy. I don't know how deep they're going on the bench, but I do know they're healthy. So the guy that got hurt last year, he's back and he's strong.
Right.
So he's worth 25, 30 points. And a lot of the games they only lost by a few, so it's going to be different.
And Love,
and Love, he'll come around. It's going to be different. It's going to be different.
If they make it, hold on, they still got to go through Toronto.
I think they can get past Toronto.
Yeah,
well, hold on.
Toronto is playing good.
Hold it. They played Toronto tonight.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And they lost.
Oh no, I'm not disputing that.
During the series, now so far this season, the series between Cleveland Cavaliers and Toronto, Toronto have won it.
Right, but in the playoffs,
it's different.
I think it's going to be different.
Because I will agree with that. I will agree with that. But if you look at Cleveland, I just don't.
You think something's missing?
Something's missing. Okay.
Yeah.
Something is
one
missing.
more or two more people need to step up in the scoring.
That's why I thought they would go for Johnson.
Yeah,
Brooklyn,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Fellas.
That's it.
That's it. We're out of here. Ran over a little bit. The legends were in here. It's good to see my boy Cliff Winston. Cliff Winston that
Bob,
put me
I think you cut us, but that's okay.
in radio. Cliff Winston, my man.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Just Sports with Sonny Rose. We'll see you next week. We out.
Right. You did.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy